Alright, so I'll consider this the warm up vid because I've got a couple of videos I want to make. I got a couple of topics I want to make videos about. And I'm honestly just going to do them in order of least importance to most importance, to get the blood flowing and really get into what I want to talk about. I'm more than likely not going to upload all of these the same day because I don't like doing that shit, but this video, I want to talk about one of the main DMs I get usually fall along the lines of, Chris, how do I meet more intelligent people, or how do I meet stronger people, or how do I meet more people like me? They're speaking like about themselves. How do they meet more people just like them? And one of my detractors was saying that all I do is repeat myself, and that's true because the truth doesn't change. So, something that I always say is that you attract what you are, right? So, and I'm gonna make a video specifically talking about that. Like, for the people that keep asking me, how do you attract stronger people? Well, the quick synopsis is you have to become the person that you want to attract, but I'll cover that in another video. What I want to cover in this video goes with that, and that's when it comes to dealing with people, ignore everything that they say out of their mouths and only judge their actions, right? And, I was out and about. I was getting some shit done. It's like fucking 1 or 2 p.m. And, I had a break in between what I was doing. So while everybody was socializing in the room, me and a couple of other people, we stepped outside and I was just checking my Discord messages, checking my text messages, checking my notifications or whatnot. And I'm probably going to flick them in the video right here. It's some screenshots, right? And basically, man, this is the main reason I say never listen to what people say and only judge their actions. Because there's several things happening in these screenshots, right? Basically, to keep a long story short, this individual got drunk and he confessed to something. He claims he didn't do it, but he claims he only admitted that he did it because he was drunk. And you could get me to say anything when I'm drunk. And that's one of the main reasons I don't drink or do any type of drugs. Because I look at it two ways, right? Either the alcohol takes control of your free will and makes you say things that you wouldn't say, which is bad, or it simply brings out your real character and just makes you say what is your sober truth, so to speak, right? Which, if you have secrets, that's also bad. So, me personally, I stay away from alcohol because I don't want to lose control of my free will, and my real self is extremely violent, and I used to have anger problems. You guys can probably tell that. I don't need no alcohol bringing that out of my system. But what I want to focus on is, regardless if he was drunk, and by the way, guys, my mentality is no excuses. The main reason me and this guy stopped talking, the main reason I blocked this guy is because that was the second chance I gave him. I already banned him and blocked him from my servers before. And he apologized, said he learned his lesson or whatever, but he didn't learn his lesson. He got drunk and started a fight with me. admitted to something that he claims he didn't do, which is stupid. Never, ever, 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 ever admit to a crime if you didn't do the crime. I don't give a... That's just stupid, alcohol or not. But my mentality is no excuses, right? So I basically said, dude, with all due respect, this guy's gay, by the way, so that's why I'm about to say boyfriend. And I'm just like, dude, with all due respect, if your boyfriend got drunk and cheated on you, you would not accept that. You would not accept being drunk as a valid excuse. If you go to court and admit to a crime you didn't do, it is not a valid excuse to say that you're drunk. So I was basically telling the dude, take responsibility for your actions. Don't use drunk as being an excuse. And where I ended up blocking him was, he basically was like, well, regardless of what you think, being drunk is a valid excuse. And I'm just like, all right, you're done. Bye. Right? I ended the conversation by saying, because I removed him from my friends list, but then he messaged me back the next day, you know, basically half apologizing, but still trying to pick a fight with me. And he was like, Chris, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. So I basically told him this, right? I don't know if I'm putting it earlier in the video, if I'm putting it here right now, but as you guys see in the screenshots, I basically told him, if I'm so wrong, let's block each other and never talk to each other again. Because at the end of the day, guys, like, I've got videos admitting when I'm wrong. That's not a problem to me, right? But if I'm not wrong, I'm not going to say I'm wrong. If I know I'm right, which I'm right about the alcohol, it's not a valid fucking excuse to confess to a crime you claim you didn't do. That's the dumbest fucking shit in the world, man. People go to prison for confessing to crimes they say they didn't do, right? They call those plea deals, which is another thing. Don't take a plea deal if you're innocent, because a plea deal is an admission of guilt. Never admit to a crime if you didn't fucking do the crime. Really, if you did the crime, don't admit you did the crime anyways. Like, make motherfuckers prove you did that shit. But regardless, if you didn't do the crime, don't say you did the crime. I don't give a fuck if you're on alcohol, crack, whatever, right? But I basically said, if I'm so wrong, let's never talk to each other again. He's like, cool, right? Then he messages me on YouTube asking me for gear advice, right? Now, I'm never going to help this guy. I'm never going to give him gear advice. I'm not a forgiving person. If I cut you out of my life, you're staying out of my life permanently, right? Because something that I remind people every day, right? You guys are going to need me long before I ever need you, especially for these video games, man. Power 101, nobody helped me become the best player. Well, I mean, people helped me. They gave me matches. But in terms of like telling me how to play the game, no, I learned all that shit by myself, right? You know, most of my endeavors I've gotten into myself and I've learned and mastered myself. So people are going to need me long before I ever need them, right? And the people that are valuable in my life, you know, I tend to not have these problems in the first place because you attract what you are, right? Intelligent people attract intelligent people. Successful people attract successful people. Strong people that don't make excuses attract strong people that don't make excuses. And weak people that blame everything on the alcohol. It's your free will to consume alcohol, right? As a grown man, you know the consequences of taking the drug that's going to impair you. No excuses. But weak people make excuses. Cool, right? And you repel the people that are not similar to you because life is all about energy, right? Energy that's similar attracts, energy that's different repels. That's why for these video games, for example, I attract all the best players. I get along with all the best players that win tournaments consistently, that win at the highest level consistently, that win prize money, get free companions, the whole 9 yards from being good at this game. A sign of a good player is how much free shit he's gotten from the game, from tournaments, ladders, etc. I used to play World of Tanks for free for a year straight because I was in the top clan. You know what I'm saying? And in fucking track and field, right, if you do well in the invitationals, this is after you graduate and you decide you want to run like AAU or Summer Track or something. Like, if you do well in the nationals, the actual meets become free for you. You don't gotta fucking, your coach doesn't have to, I mean, but whatever, right? But the whole main reason I'm saying ignore what people say and go by what they do is because this guy was spending so much time in the argument. I'm only showing a couple of screenshots, but the dude was arguing for like, 7 screenshots straight until I just said, if I'm so wrong, stop talking to me, right? And he said, cool. But despite me being so wrong, here he goes asking me for more advice on my video. Now, I'm probably going to block his channel from my channel because, again, when I cut you off, don't talk to me. I'm not going to forgive you, right? Especially, I don't give people second chances in the first place. I gave this guy a second chance. He's not getting a third one. He's just done, right? So, I mean, you know, there's like 10 other Discord servers where you can go and be around the type of people you're best compatible with. The gossipers, the drunken people that make excuses for everything. There's other Discord servers you people can go to. You don't gotta come to mine. You know what I'm saying? But people will talk a lot of shit. People will say a lot of things that they don't really mean because they're in their emotions. Despite these people being grown adults, they never learned, mommy never taught them how to take responsibility for their actions, control your emotions, reel your emotions in, and really think logically about what it is you're doing, right? And the main reason I'm like this online is because my channel is all about helping people find the path of high resistance. And something that a lot of these people are going to learn the hard way in real life when they get around people that are above the regular sheep, when they get around people that can help them perfect their craft, they have a very short fuse. Your first impression of, these people's first impression of you is usually the only impression you're ever going to get a chance to make because they judge you from that first interaction, and their perception of you from the day they meet you is usually what sticks unless you hang around them long enough to get them to change their mind. And if they think lowly of you, you're not going to get a chance to change their mind, right? People are like, oh, you're so unforgiving, and that's the real world. A video game is a video game, right? You usually get an infinite amount of chances to do well on a video game. You know what I'm saying? You lose a tournament in Pirate 101, you can enter another one, and if you have skill, you can win the next one. Now, these people don't have any skill, so they can't win any despite playing for 10 years, but we're not talking about those people. We're talking about the people that take the path of high resistance, those of y'all that can win trophies and, win at the highest level of competition for your craft. On an online video game, you got all the chances in the world. But in real life, what did Meek Mill say? Chances are never given, they taken like interceptions, right? In real life, you usually only have that one chance to make an impression, then never again. Which is, again, why you have to lead by your actions, right? When you speak, gullible people that don't know any better, yeah, they'll take your word. But people that know better, they're going to be observing your actions. They're going to be observing your character. They're going to be observing how you move, in addition to what you say. But if those screenshots don't prove the point by themselves, I'll say it directly. People will say, oh, you're wrong. Oh, you guys gotta look at something logically, right? Pirate 101 videos don't get any views, especially PvP related videos. I'm the most viewed Pirate 101 PvP content creator, right? I reached the top on the Toontown when I played that game. I reached the top on Pirate 101 as well, in terms of like YouTube shit, right? So, something you guys gotta ask. Let's use our critical thinking skills, right? All these people on Pirates say I'm so wrong, I'm incorrect about everything, I'm making stuff up. Sorry, I just got a notification. I'll check that out later. But if I'm so wrong about everything that I say, why do all the people that hate me watch me? This Wolf guy I blocked and banned, and I kicked him out of the tournament I was hosting too, right? If I'm so wrong, why do you watch my channel, and why are you still asking me for advice? Judge people by their actions. They'll say shit just to say shit, right? Because, going against daddy is popular, right? And a lot of these people don't realize what it is they're doing, right? For Pirate 101, the people, again, you attract what you are, right? There is a reason all the best players hang around me. All the people that can win tournaments, the people that say tour wins don't matter, are people that can't win tournaments. They don't got the skill. It's kind of like in real life, the people that can't win trophies for their sport or medals for their sport. They say stuff like winning competitions doesn't matter because they can't win competitions. So they attract other losers to their circle while all the people that are succeeding stick together, share the secrets with each other, and they continue to grow and eat together. Whereas to all the weak people that make excuses, they continue to fail together. My scene partner, he actually landed some movie roles. We were talking about it today, right? And cool. I'm like, I got to step my game up, right? Because, we're all still in training, but he actually auditioned with the training that we've been doing, and he actually got himself a movie role. And I'm like, cool, I got to step my game up. This is what I'm trying to say, right? Winners attract winners. Successful people attract successful people. Now we're all in training together. But I'm going to tell you what, man, if you got the mentality that you ain't going to succeed, you ain't going to fit in the circle. It's all about a strong mentality, man. And it's all about judging people by their actions and not their words. Because again, the guy that's getting movie roles right now, he always says out loud that he's not confident, but then his actions, he went out and applied to the biggest role out of all of us and got the fucking role. So anyways, man, this video wasn't to brag about any accomplishments. This video was to, again, the whole purpose of my channel, lead people to the path of high resistance. Follow your dreams. Don't make excuses. Become a strong person. Attract other strong people. And judge people based off of their actions and not their words. They'll say stuff like you're wrong, but then they'll continue to ask you for advice and watch all of your videos. One has to wonder, I'm so hated in Pirate 101, yet somehow my PvP videos get more views than all the other PvPers. The liked PvPers that are better than me, nobody watches their channels, but they always watch mine. And then these people make alt accounts to DM me and message me and ask me life advice. One of the fuckers did that the other day. Got in my tournament, was talking a lot of shit. Ended up leaving because I give back all the shit that you guys give to me. You feel me? But yeah. There's 2 videos I'm really looking forward to doing. This was kind of like the warm-up one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about how sheep can't choose their leaders. And I'm going to use a couple of things as references. And I'm also going to talk about if you want to attract stronger people, then that's the type of people you got to be yourself, right? Exemplify strong actions. And you should also be a man of your word as well. If you say you're going to do something, you should show that with your actions and do it. But something you guys got to understand, the vast majority of people judge them by their actions, right? Their actions will tell you everything you need to know. Now, I'm not going to go easy on that guy for being drunk and losing his mind and, burning the bridge, right? Why would I forgive a weak person when I can replace him with stronger people? That's something else people have got to realize, right? A lot of people, when they talk to me, I can kind of tell deep down inside they kind of want to stay neutral and they want to be in the middle. They want to attract stronger people, but then they also want to keep all of their weak friends around forever. And it doesn't work like that. Eventually, you're going to have to make decisions in life where do you discard the weaker people so that you can get closer to the stronger people, or do you stay friends with the weaker people and then burn bridges with stronger people? Now, everything has a price. Every action you take has a consequence. If you decide to go with the stronger people, something you have to understand is that the stronger people have higher standards and there's less of them. So if you want to have as many friends as possible, understand instead of having 100 phony friends, you're only going to have like 5 real friends. But those real friends are real friends, you know. It's gotten to the point where, people, because I've got a really strong circle and mostly everything that I do, whether it comes to video games or real life endeavors or sports, right? I have really tight knit circles. And people will get envious of that and be like, oh, you just got a bunch of Chris Dick riders, because they're envious that most of the people I hang around are successful in what they do. You know what I'm saying? And you'll hear this a lot. The people that don't understand why you're succeeding in what you're doing, they'll try character assassination to try to bring you back down to their level. Because, sheep, they don't. When you start to ascend above them, they try to bring you back down. Crab in the bucket mentality. This is another reason why you should judge people by their actions. Their actions will tell you if they're people that you should be hanging around, if they're strong like you, if they're going to elevate you and rise to the top with you, or if they're going to try to bring you down to their level. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the internet, it's a little bit harder to do because you can't see every action that people on the internet take, but you can see enough to come to a logical conclusion. All right, that being said, I don't want to make this video too long. I think I nailed the points of this video 10 minutes ago, but some extra detail is always good. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, whenever that one may be. Peace.